let's talk about ICBC. Anybody who lives in British Columbia, Canada knows that ICBC is basically a criminal organization. It used to be run by the provincial government, and then it went private, and all sorts of shady deals happened, which is way out of my scope to talk about. But what I can talk to you about is the fact that here in British Columbia, anytime you buy a used vehicle, you pay 12% tax on that vehicle. Motorcycle, car, truck, doesn't matter. Yes, you're probably going, what the fuck? And you'd be right to be saying that. Yeah, you'd be right. So when you buy the vehicle brand new, you pay tax on it, provincial and government tax, and it's about 12%. And then afterwards, if you sell it privately, the buyer again has to pay 12% tax on the purchase price. And if that vehicle goes to yet another person down the line, that person pays 12% tax on that vehicle. Do you get what I'm saying? So for the life of that vehicle, every time it changes ownership in the province of British Columbia, you have to pay 12% tax on it. Isn't that awesome? If you sell that vehicle enough times, there's a very strong possibility that the tax that was paid on that vehicle might equal or exceed the original purchase price of that vehicle. It's insane. And I'm pretty confident that we're the only province in Canada that will continuously charge a tax on a vehicle, on a used vehicle. That's just insane. It literally is insane. So why am I telling you about this? Why not? Hey, druggie. Why not? I watched a channel, Walterific. He's done a part 3 on what it's like to own a motorcycle and how to get into it, and he was talking about how you purchase motorcycles. I just laughed because I've just bought this motorcycle. I sold my Duke. So the Duke, the new purchaser, the new owner had to pay tax on it. I had to pay tax on this one. So a very popular thing to do in British Columbia is lie about what you paid for the vehicle. Should we go up to Cultus? Let's go around Cultus. Might be quieter. I'm not even sure if the audio is going to be worth a shit on this one. We'll try it. So yeah. Oh, I was hoping I'd get stuck behind. Oh, good. He's not going up there. So, for example, I sold my Duke for $4,500, and before we went to ICBC, I said, "What are you comfortable? What are you comfortable with declaring the value?" Does that make sense? Not a very good sentence, is it? And he says, well, I don't want to get too low because it just might come off as, you know, suspicious. Bullshit. So we agreed on $3,000. I would have went to $2,000. But we stayed at $3,000. See, here's the thing. They can't dispute that. ICBC, the DMV, they can't dispute that. Who's to say him and I didn't have an agreement that that's what he paid for the bike? And when you go to insure it and you put down the value, you can put down the black book value, or is it blue book or black book? You can put that down. So even though we declared a sale value of $3,000, he can still choose to insure it for $4,500. They can't say fuck all about it. So that's what happens. And when I bought the Moto Guzzi, same thing. This thing cost me 10 grand. But I asked the guy to declare a very low purchase value. And he wouldn't because he was scared. He did go down a couple $1,000s, which was nice. And maybe you're asking, hey, aren't you a little worried about making a video and being investigated? No, I'm not. Go ahead, investigate me, you fuckers. You can't prove anything. So, yeah. Everybody in BC does it. Well, not literally everybody there. Calm down. Most people do, though. Most people do. Most people do. So, now here's the real kick in the balls, and this is why I call ICBC a criminal organization, because they are. Now what's going to happen is you are no longer able to declare the value of your vehicle. Of course you're going this way, aren't you? Nope. ICBC will make an evaluation and determine the price of your vehicle. Isn't that interesting? So think about it. The people who are in charge of collecting the tax on your vehicle are now in charge of declaring how much it's worth. So what's stopping them from saying, I think your motorcycle's worth thousands and thousands of dollars more than it is, and collecting tax on that? Nothing. Because they're criminals. Yeah. Just can't get away from it. Now, there is a part in this vehicle thing that you can give your vehicle to somebody and therefore pay no taxes, but you have to fill out a whole pack of papers. And it's got to only go to family, I believe. It can't go to just Joe Blow down the street. Come on, DHL. No, it can't just go down the street to some dude. It's got to be family. See, these guys do everything they can to squeeze every last dime out of your fucking wallet. Well, we don't carry dimes in our wallet, but you get what I mean, don't you? Oh, there's some nice houses around here. Oh, that's new. Keep building it. What are you staring at? Yeah, I know. Anyway, yeah, ICBC, criminal organization. They do whatever they can. So, yes, and I get it. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Because there is a lot of fraud in this province surrounding vehicles and insurance and crashes and accidents and payouts. There is. And there's also us working people who just, gotta make ends meet. And why should I have to pay tax on a vehicle that's already been taxed several times? So we all bullshit about the value of the vehicle. That's just the way it is, man. It's fucked up. It's fucked up here. We may have the most beautiful part of Canada in our backyards, but it's not without its bullshit. I can fucking tell you that. And that's just one of it. That's just one of the piles of bullshit we have to deal with. Just amazing. Just ask yourself, next time you sell a vehicle, what if someone charged you, the buyer, or you're the buyer, you had to pay 12% tax on top of that in order to transfer the papers. Otherwise, you can't transfer the papers. That's how they get you, because they're in charge of registering the vehicles. So if you don't pay, they won't complete the transfer of title. They got you. They got your tits and balls in a vice, and they're gonna squeeze. They're gonna squeeze those tits and balls. That's all I had to say. That's today's video. Hopefully this footage was kind of groovy. I know this camera is brand new, and it's probably got some software updates coming. Hopefully there's a audio adapter that's coming that's going to work. Yeah. Look how smoky it is out. It's crazy. The only blessing in BC is you can actually get third-party insurance. So that covers like theft, vandalism, fire, if it's in a building that burns down, shit like that. You can get that from a third party, and it's like half the price of what ICBC would charge you for it. So a lot of people go in and they get their comprehensive insurance done by ICBC. You have to, it's the law. They get that taken care of, and then they get their other stuff done by somebody else. So you can save some money there. Oh. This, what is this, Pontiac Vibe? Yeah, Vibe. They're sure vibing right now. I can smell all the pot coming out of his vehicle. It's just a guy in there, just a single guy or gal? It's a gal, smoking pot, driving. Oh, you're so judgmental. She's just having a toke. She's just having a toke before she gets home.